Huawei is once again making headlines with its upcoming Mate 80 series, and this time the spotlight is on the Mate 80RS Ultimate design. According to the latest leaks, this model could be the first smartphone in Huawei's history to feature a massive 24GB of RAM. That's right, minus 24GB of RAM, the Huawei phone. If this leak turns out to be true, it will mark a huge leap forward for the brand and put the Mate 80RS Ultimate among the top-tier phones in the market. Now, the 24GB RAM variant isn't expected to be a standard across the whole lineup. It's likely that this upgrade will be limited to the RS Ultimate design and the Mate 80 Pro Plus models only. There's also a chance that only one of them may eventually launch with this high RAM option. But either way, Huawei is clearly ready to join the Super RAM race. So why is this such a big deal? Well, RAM, or random access memory, plays a crucial role in how smoothly your phone performs. It's responsible for keeping your apps running in the background, allowing quick switching between tasks, and reducing any noticeable lag. More RAM doesn't just mean better performance, it also means better multitasking, smoother gaming, and faster processing overall. And when you reach a capacity like 24GB, you're entering desktop-class performance territory. This move would place Huawei side by side with other manufacturers who've already entered the 24GB RAM club. Brands like OnePlus with its OnePlus 13 and Honor with the Magic 6 RS and the Magic 7 RS Porsche design have already introduced phones with this massive memory configuration. Now, Huawei looks ready to join this elite group with its own high-end flagship. The leak also suggests that the Mate 80 Pro Plus and RS Ultimate design won't just be getting RAM upgrades. These devices might also arrive with two impressive storage variants, minus 512GB and a whopping 1TB. That's more than enough space for storing high-res videos, games, apps, photos, and pretty much anything you can think of. But while these specs are exciting, the leak also touches on why Huawei phones like the Mate series are sometimes harder to get. A tipster on Weibo explained that Huawei has been facing supply issues. Some of the key reasons include the shortage of Kirin chips, managing multiple product lines at once, and the company's limited production when it comes to advanced technologies. All of this affects how many units can be made and how quickly they can reach the market. Despite those challenges, Huawei seems determined to stick to its schedule this year. The Mate 80 series is expected to launch earlier than usual, possibly in October instead of November. That's a positive sign that Huawei is working hard to speed up production and avoid delays. And it's not just hardware that's coming. The same source also mentioned that Huawei will roll out the consumer version of HarmonyOS 6.0 in October. It could either be a closed beta for selected users or a public beta available to all. If we look back at last year, Huawei launched the public beta of HarmonyOS 5.0 in October as well, so this timeline feels pretty reliable. With HarmonyOS 6.0 and new flagship phones possibly launching together, October could be a huge month for Huawei fans. We're looking at upgraded performance, better software, and more powerful features across the board. To sum it all up, Huawei's Mate 80RS Ultimate might be the company's first ever phone to come with 24GB of RAM. It's expected to offer top-tier performance and compete with some of the biggest names in the industry. Along with this massive RAM, we may also see storage options up to 1TB, and both hardware and software are likely launching in October. Whether you're into gaming, multitasking, or just want a phone that can do it all without slowing down, the Mate 80RS Ultimate could be one of the best choices in 2025. And if this 24GB RAM model becomes a reality, Huawei will once again prove that it's not backing down from innovation, no matter how tough the competition or the supply chain challenges. So keep an eye out this October, because Huawei might just be ready to raise the bar once again with the Mate 80 series.